Hey guys, Drew Doggett, your brain on MLM.com, and in this video I'm going to show how to create a squeeze page on your blog and how to add the capture form to it. We created a capture form in the very last video. So the reason we're creating a squeeze page is so that you can focus solely on blogging, and then in every blog post that you create you'll be able to send them through a call to action, or that's essentially what it's called, a call to action, and you'll send them to your squeeze page if you want. Now, squeeze page just sets you apart from everybody else who's using the Empower Network landing pages. But in my experience, the Empower Network landing pages are some of the best, highest converting I've ever seen. So if you don't want to make a squeeze page right now, and if you don't want to do this capture form page right now, what you can do is just focus on blogging, and in every blog post still have a call to action, but send them, instead of to your squeeze page, send them to your done for you lead capture page that Empower Network supplies for you. And that's always your link, www.empowernetwork.com/almostasecret.php $ID equals your ID. And you can find that link in the back office, your Empower Network back office. So that is one option if you don't want to do the squeeze page. The squeeze page is what I'm doing on my blog just because I like differentiating myself, I like standing out, and I definitely like learning how to do this stuff. I want to know how to do it. Plus, and this is big for me, I'm always trying to get myself to train myself to do the bigger actions, take steps forward. I have been a perfectionist and I get lost in the details, and one of the reasons I'm doing the squeeze page is so that I can try and make myself move forward and make myself not get so caught up in the details. Because the fact is, you learned to walk not by paying attention to the details, but just by moving forward and taking steps and, falling over. Same way with riding a bike. You learned the details as you went forward. It's the momentum that counts, and it's the consistency that counts. And so that for me is a lesson that I really needed to learn, and that is not pay attention to the details. So that being said, our strategy is to get leads. Always, every blog post you should be writing to be not only value-based, but to get leads. Your number one goal for every blog post is lead generation. So you want them to go to your squeeze page. You want them to opt in to your list so that they can get the free bonus that you put together. Or if they opt into your list on your page, they can, if you don't have a free bonus, and if you don't have either a really good article that explains stuff to them. It can be an article, it doesn't have to be a video or two videos or a PDF or a report or something that you can give to these prospects, these people that are signing up for you, some sort of ethical bribe, if you will, like exchanging something valuable for their valuable email address. If you don't have anything like that, you can simply, once they put their name into your email list, simply have them redirected to the Empower Network commission loophole presentation that is currently up, that Dave Sharp does, and that's a very good presentation, and that gives them a good introduction to the blogging. But maybe maybe that's not appropriate for the voice of your blog. Not every prospect may be looking for the story that Dave Sharp tells. And if you don't know the story that Dave Sharp tells, visit my commission loophole link. I'll leave it below this, below it here. And watch that presentation and see if that's appropriate for you, for your website. If not, then you'll want to create something of value. And if you want to run a business and not just have a hobby, there's no way around creating valuable content. You want to talk directly to your reader. You want to talk in your voice. You want to give them value. You want to give And remember that your reader, we've targeted buyers. So all your readers should be basically potential buyers. They're looking for a product, or they're looking for training, or they're looking for something that you have to offer. Whatever niche you chose, that's what you're going to give them. So the commission loophole video by Dave Sharp may not be appropriate. In this case, you'll want to just create your own high quality landing page or free bonus that you give them. And again, that can be an article, it can be a PDF, it can be a video, whatever it is. Just decide on giving them something for free. So we're here in Aweber, and we're going to go to sign up forms and get a sign up form ready. So I have this no text about, and I already, let's see, I'm on the wrong list. Make sure you're on the right list. I'm going to do YBO MLM. And this is the web form that I created yesterday. It's the free Wakalit. So I'm going to just go ahead and go there. I don't need to redesign it. I'm just going to leave it like this. And I'm going to head over to Publish and get that ready. Okay, so there's my web form. Now what we're going to want to do to create a squeeze page, remember yesterday, or not yesterday, in the previous video, we created this page that we're going to give them for free. Now again, this can either be the free thing that you're giving them, the free Wakalit, or it can be the commission loophole that you direct them to on Empower Network. So what we need to do is create a squeeze page, a landing page. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new page here. Add new. And let's see. So you can enter the title here. Maybe it's secrets. My page title is secrets. If I do that, it's going to be well, that should be fine. Let's say I'm going to call this blogging secrets, or whatever you want to do. You can call it secrets. My hyperlink is squeeze, as you may have noticed. Whatever you need to do there. You can name it anything you want, really. Anything at all. It doesn't matter. See, I don't have a page called secrets yet, so I can do this, but I think what I'm going to do is I will reserve secrets in case I ever want to use that. I'll just say big secrets. So now, there we go. I wrote secrets here. In fact, I can even do that. Big secrets. There we go. So yourbrainonmlm.com/big secrets. And now what we're going to do is come down here, and I have some stuff prepared. What you want to do kind of is, as you go through your education, is just copy stuff that you see and put it in a file like I have here, so that you can come back to it, refer to it again, and use this stuff that you see. And you can use this stuff all around the web. Like if you see landing pages that you admire on the web as you're doing your surfing and research, copy that stuff down and study it. Or sign up for people's email lists and study that stuff. Whatever you want to do to get yourself a swipe file, what's called a swipe file, which you can instantly refer to. Maybe you're having some sort of like a lack of creativity, which happens to everybody. You can refer to this swipe file at some point. So as you can see, there's kind of a formula. Lazy man's way to riches. Ohio man. See this? I see this often on the internet. A variation of this on the internet. Create multi-million-dollar businesses from scratch without bank loans. These are proven famous things, proven famous headlines from days gone by. Do you own a business? Do you want to own a business? Need some fast cash? Oops. All sorts of things going on here. I wrote this one out. This is based on one of my mentors, and I think this is what I'll go ahead and use. There's also this other one that I found, actually several here, like free video, how a tech-challenged internet nobody changed his family's financial future forever and turned the entire industry on its head in less than 30 days. So if I were to swipe this, let's just give an example here. I'd come down here and I'd write. I'd want to get this. Maybe I'll center it up, and you'll just have to kind of tweak it around. But free video, how a college dropout, and just write it according to you. Who are you? Internet nobody, changed his, maybe you don't have a family, changed his financial future forever, and turned the entire industry on its head, or flipped the entire industry over in less than 30 days, or something like this, right? So I'd highlight this, I'd go ahead and put this in a heading 2 format. Free video, I think I would put in, let's go red, so we'd select this text color here, do red. Internet nobody, changed his financial future forever in less than 30 days. And so here we could underline, so you'd either do, I don't see the, oh there it is, underline. There we go. Press enter. Put a placeholder for your capture form, and I would actually center that as well. And then below this, I would just reiterate that it is free. So I'd say something like 100% free, no credit card required. And then maybe you'll have something on your form that says no product pitches, no funny business, just pure content or whatever. Depending on what you put, you can put that, you could even put that sort of information right down here, like I'm not going to spam you. Content only. The key point here is, though, to iterate that it's free. This is free. And just make sure that that is known. So I guess what I'm trying to drive home here is this right here, this one. Let me just finish this up. But this is really all you need for a squeeze page. So okay, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to install my own form, JavaScript, triple click, Control C, copies, come back over here. Remember how to do this from the last video. You go to text, you highlight only the X's, Control V as in Victor, pastes, stay in the text form, and then come over here and click publish. That publishes you up. Then you just go to hold control and click view page so that it pops up in a new window. Come over here and check it out. See what it looks like. Okay. So this looks pretty darn good. Free video, how a college dropout, internet nobody, changed his financial future forever and flipped the entire industry over in less than 30 days. Or, I do kind of like on its head. That was pretty cool. And then here we go. It's just enter your email, no product pitches. So I could go back in here. I like the way this looks. You notice there's still a sidebar. The point of a squeeze page is to kind of have no other options except to put your email in here. Like, that's the only thing you want to do. I don't necessarily do that because I want my whole entire website to to revolve around a lot of information. The point of my website is to give just a bunch of information, and people are going to opt in if they want. And of course, I have a call to action after every post, and it can bring them here. But I will show you how to make your page, if you're using Genesis, how to make it just this. How it can be just a landing page, just a squeeze page with no sidebar or anything. But first I'm going to do a couple of things to tweak this up. I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to edit this. Shift Enter, save. Save. Okay, that should be good. And of course we already set this up in the settings to be redirected to, oh, there we go. So we do need to change this. We need to go to free wakalit, save form. Then I'm going to come back over here to my page and I'm going to tweak this up a little bit. I will go ahead and Control C, copy that, and in fact I will just put that in a new window in my text editor. Go back to the previous page. And I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to actually bold this up, make that look better, flip the industry on its head in less than 30 days. So I dig that, visual text. I'm going to go ahead and repaste my form there. And then let's take a look at this. Before I update, let's come down here. In Genesis, you can have a default template and you can have a landing page template. I'm going to select landing and I'll show you what that does. And I'll show you how you can tweak that. But even further down in Genesis, especially if you have the Prose extras, we have these layout settings. So if you want, you can just leave the default setting up there where I just was as default, and then come down here and select any of these, like this full page one here. But I'll just show you what that landing page setting does that I just selected. So I'm going to go ahead and press update. And I'm going to refresh this. So now you see that we have this. This is the landing page. I mean, that's it. That's all you can do. And see this bar right here. We can get rid of that. That's my floating social bar, but look, you know, this looks great. How a college dropout internet nobody changed his financial future forever and flipped the entire industry on its head in less than 30 days. Enter this. We got this one form here. It's a good looking form, and that's it. There's nothing else they can do, and that is that. You know, there's no sidebar. There's no other links that they can click. They have to do that or go back, and that's from this template landing, and that comes with Genesis and Prose. Now, if I wanted to get rid of the floating social bar, you just scroll way down here and click Hide Social Bar. Go back up, click Update. Check this out again, and I'll reload this. So now we have Big Secrets, free video, how a college dropout, and this is a good landing page. Again, you can this edit button down here that you see down here at the bottom. This won't be there. That's just for the admin of the website, so nobody else will see that. But this is a good looking landing page. Now, if you wanted your logo up here, what I would do is come back over to Visual. If you want this logo on the landing page, obviously, if you don't do, if you just do a regular default setting where you have the sidebar, you have, you know, everything's basically normal, you don't need to load the logo, but I want to show you how to do that. You'll just click Add Media. Fucking slow today. And then choose your logo. And I would choose link to none there, and I'd put it full size and go ahead and click insert into page. So it pops up right there, and you can leave it there. You'll have to test this. Leave it there, leave it at the full size, which should be fine since you're on the landing page. This is a landing page is a full length, full width landing page. So you can just leave it there. I have my logo sized up to be 940 by 85. So 940 is the full width of Prose. Then you'll just go ahead and click update. Let's see how that looks. I, of course, forgot to put in the web form. And so, boom, that's what it looks like without the floating social bar, with your logo, and with your cool little headline. And this is your own. It's on your website. Let me just show you real quick how to get that onto your menu, your main menu. You'll come over here. You'll go down to Appearance, Menus, after you've created this page. And don't forget, oh, hold on, I'll tell you in a minute. So you're over here. All you got to do is your most recent pages should be here. Just click Big Secrets, right? Add to menu. And it'll pop up right over here. And you can, of course, drag and drop it so that it positions anywhere. You know, if you want it up here, like second after your About page or whatever, then all you'd have to do once you do that is click Save Menu. And you got it, and then it will show up on your main site. It'll be on every menu, on every site. But when they go to that page, this is what they see. They see a landing page without a sidebar. But again, you don't have to use the landing page format. You can just use a default format when you're creating the page. You know, your choice. So that's how you create a squeeze page. Just make it compelling, make it simple. You know, give them something free. And of course, you don't have to use this very headline. You can make anything up that you want. You want it to give them something free, make it compelling, even make them angry or get them emotional, kind of. But you know, keep it within your personality. I recommend. You know, so here's some other stuff like see for yourself. You know, discover how a blankety blank and blanket blank. I mean, are you a trailer park kid? Don't use trailer park kid if you're not. You know, suddenly it went from zero to hero, or you know, find out how I'm making such and such money from this blog. You know, once you start seeing results on your blog, you can actually use that proof in your blog, you know. But before you're seeing results, you'll want to just say, see how, you know, when you're saying results, you'll say, see how I'm making, you know, $30,000 a month with, you know, this blog, you know, 100% free video series, all is revealed, over the shoulder, you know, whatever you want to say, over the shoulder, oops, actionable, you know, or say something like, you know, talk about how to generate 7 high-quality leads, or 10 high-quality leads, or 15 quality leads, you know, however many a day. I mean, people who aren't making any leads at all, even if you say 3 high-quality leads a day, that's going to be amazing to people who aren't making any leads and need to know how to make leads. You know, or maybe you're not targeting MLM leads at all, you know, and maybe you're talking about, like, for instance, if you're a construction worker looking to make more money, you could say how this construction worker, this tech challenged construction worker, changed my life. You know, use your story in this, And also a good rule of thumb, I should have said this earlier, a good rule of thumb is usually the less you say about what they're going to get on the next page, the better. Intrigue makes people, converts people onto this form better. So leave it kind of, you know, I've written out a whole squeeze page where I'm like describing everything in detail. I think it's awesome because everybody knows what they're going to get, and the conversions were less than a simple headline and a form. So I recommend actually being sort of more vague and not saying anything about it. Just give them something for free, make it compelling, make it in your voice, make it from your experience, or make it, if it's not directly from your experience, make it about what you're doing right now, right? Because the purpose of your blog is to document your journey, and so you'd want to make it about what you're doing right now. You don't want to start saying that I have these results when I don't have these results. You want to wait until you have the results, and then you can back up the results in your free video, you know, on the next page. But let me just reiterate that. Usually the shorter, the better. Just a headline, just something to get. You're not trying to sell them here on the squeeze page. You don't want to sell them anything here on the squeeze page. The only thing that you're trying to do on this squeeze page is to get them to put in their email address. That's the only goal. You don't want a sales pitch here, nothing like that. You just want a headline, and I've given you a few. You can pause the video and type these out for yourself, you know. And that's the only thing you want to do. Don't try and sell them. Just try and get them to put in their email address. That's the only thing you need to do on the squeeze page. That's the goal of your squeeze page. I really should have said that at the beginning. Not to sell, but to get them in. Okay, so I always try and make my videos short, but they end up going longer. So anyway, I apologize if this was too long, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got some good value out of it. You know, how blank, 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 used forbidden law of attraction secrets, if this is what you're going for, you know. That's too general for me, but I still copied it anyway because it's cool wording. Blow your mind miracles, that's cool, you know. But he's using, you know, see how congruent this is, law of attraction secrets, miracles, you know, he's targeting a specific audience here. This is cool. Quit your job, put down the phone, and triple your income. See why it worked. I mean, heck, the truth, you know, that's cool too. That right there is just neat. You know, you could double your income, quadruple your income. See why it worked and how it works. See why it worked and how, you know, it works, right? And you can do that. Watch the video, put your capture form here, put your 100% free, no credit card required here, and man, typing and talking, why do I have such a challenge with that? All right, so stuff like that. Just find any swipe files that you dig and make them into your own personality. Put them into your you know, make them your own. Just work with this, test it, tweak it, and the only goal, don't write a sales page here. Just write something that will get them to come in here. And really, your blog content should do most of the selling for you, because what are we doing with our blog content? We're leading with value always. We're giving instruction or tutorial or guidance. We're imparting our wisdom, our experiences onto the reader, whom we've targeted by targeting buyers and people who are looking for what we have. And we're in our niche, so we have some authority, we have some knowledge on this, we have stuff in our brain that we can share with people, or we're willing to do the research on that stuff to share with people. And you know, so people, when they stay on your blog for a little while and they read your stuff, they're going to end up liking you and trusting you. You have a reader, and so then when they come to this big secrets page that you have here, or whatever you ended up calling it, maybe you called it, you know, squeeze or you know, VIP training or whatever you call it. When they come here, they already trust you, and so it's less of a resistance because they've already been on your blog. It's less of a resistance to find out what the heck you're offering. So I love a squeeze page. I really love me a good squeeze page. Love me a good squeeze. And remember that every blog post, the goal is to get lead generation. So put a call to action in every blog post, and I'll cover that in future blog posts, of course, and future videos. So if you have any questions, leave a comment below this post. Thank you for sticking around. Thanks for bearing with these long videos. I know they can get long, and I know I can ramble, but really, thank you. I appreciate you. And hit me up. I'll get right back to you if you have any comments at all. Alrighty. And don't forget to opt into my list on the secrets tab on my page, or if you want to join the brain gang, the big brain gang, and add your brain to our valuable knowledge, go ahead and go to joindrewnow.com and sign up there at any level, and see your email come through my back office. I'll shoot you over exactly what you need to do to get started. All right, I will talk to you later.